You're listening to Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the official podcast of Lingerie Fighting Championships. And now, here's your host, Michael Larkin.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of Beauty, Strength, and Dominance, the official LFC Lingerie Fighting Championships podcast. My name is Mike Larkin, and joining me today, he is the host of Sketchy and Funny. He is the one, the only, my boy, the artiste that is Mr. Tommy Bell. How are you, Tommy?
I'm doing good, Michael. How are you?
I am good. First and foremost, guys, this is going to be a two-parter of the LFC podcast because with this one over here, when you see so many of his great drawings of the LFC ladies and his great drawings as a whole, there is no bigger contest than the feud in LFC that we're going to talk about and watch back this time. It's Bella Inc. versus Jolene the Valkyrie Hexx from April of 2019, LFC 26 Booty Camp, 6 years later, Tommy Bell, of this fine bout.
Here's what you don't know, Michael, and I've been waiting to spill this, and here's the time for it, too.
Okay.
If you look back, my portfolio started in 2020, and I wound up hooking up with the LFC thanks to Jolene Hexx towards the end of 2020, and my first three drawings featured Bella Inc. and Jolene Hexx, and the fight that we're going to be talking about tonight was the first LFC content that I saw. This was the one that pulled me in to Lingerie Fighting Championships. This thing encapsulates me. I know I sound like an absolute fanboy, and they're like, this isn't a review show. This is just a fan gushing over shit. Well, goddamn right.
Damn straight.
I'm telling you, and if you look at my artwork, there are two drawings in specific that showcase this fight tonight that we're going to review. So I've seen it more than 1,000,000 times. There's nothing that's so magic. And you know what's really funny, Michael? Just real quick, I had the honor of meeting both Jolene Hexx and Bella Inc. at the exact same event hosted by Jennifer Thomas back a couple years ago in Vegas. The irony of that was, like, we took some wonderful pictures together, and I had met Bella Inc. a couple times before. But the great thing, they're both great ladies. There's many stories to tell, but at that event, they were also both sparring and fighting, and I've never seen them fight in person because at that event, when they were doing their thing, I was unfortunately, I think I was at my table outside and sketching somebody or doing something, and so I had to miss it, and so I've never seen them fight in person. Isn't that a bitch? Because so much of my portfolio has them too featured in it, and I was that close to seeing them scrap in person, but I had an obligation, and I was like, oh.
Well, I mean, you were also telling her that you were in her spot, but that's another story for another time, man. You had to tell her to get out the way. Move. Jolene, get out the way.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, that's a whole nother thing. That was the after party stuff. That was a whole nother thing. But yeah, I missed out on an opportunity to see them both scrap in person, which that's like a golden moment for me. I think that would be like a lifetime or something, like getting to see that. I was so close. I do have that close. How do you miss that?
Well, I mean, it's a bucket list. It will happen. It absolutely will happen. I mean, there's going to be more Jolene Hexx and more Bella Inc. to go around. So I will say this, and it's funny that you mentioned this was your first piece of the action of watching LFC. So you and I, and it's funny, I think I've told you this. If not, I'll tell you again on the show here. So my first interaction before I started getting involved with LFC in 2019 and doing the pod, my first ever event that I saw of LFC was actually LFC 25, which was the showdown at Sam's Town, Las Vegas, Nevada, the casino, right? So that was my first event I watched, which featured Shea Mazzato and Jesse El Toro Santos. It featured, Shea, what's her face? I'm sorry, Ali Baby Doll Parks, and oh my God, who the hell was the other one? That's gonna bug me now. Shelly Aphrodite De Silva. Excuse me, sorry, it's been a long time, but yeah, no, it's that event was the one that really hooked me in, and also Jolene was on that card. She took on CJ Ice Cold Kellerman. at the time. So, I mean, this is the early stages of the LFC for me as well. So I'm roughly getting into it myself, as are you. And then you're getting back into the drawing scene. So the synergy of our timelines kind of meet up very well of how we really got into watching and doing our LFC thing. So we're kind of on the same path here, Tommy Bell.
Exactly. And I just find it very unique that when you contacted me and said, we're going to do a podcast and we're going to do a review show on this. I mean, number one, that it was these two, because I mean, who's a bigger Jolene Hexx and Bella Inc. fanboy than me? Like these two, they create magic when they get in that ring, and nobody can fucking deny that. And if you do, I will argue till I have no breath left in me, because you can tell this fight is what hooked me in, and it's undeniable. And I knew it then, and I'm still saying it now 4 years later, and they've been in more of my drawings, these two ladies, than I think anybody else. I don't know who's got more, but they've also appeared in a lot of drawings together, including imagery around this fight. The only thing that's missing from watching this video is this erupting volcano in the background, and you have my artwork. Like, fucking right.
That photo will be inserted into this fine video and this fine program here today, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, we are going to watch April 4th, 2019, Bella Inc.'s LFC debut. Bella Inc. and the now current LFC champion Bella Inc. against the then champ European champ Jolene the Valkyrie Hexx. Let's hop in right into LFC 26. Booty
right.
Bella Inc. in the black making her debut.
Oh, you cut out the entrances. We're going straight into it.
Going straight into the action, man.
They had some great entrances on this, folks, by the way.
In terms of experience, see how that translates.
So when you go to LFC.com and you watch this, check out their entrances. Are great.
Definitely check out the entrances for both Jolene and Bella from LFC 26 Booty Camp.
All right, here, let's go. Let's get.
Here we go.
Wow!
Ooh, right off the plate with that kick.
Started big shots to the body as well.
Dude, now watch this.
Newcomer came to play.
This is LFC magic.
Inside. Big punches as well. Hexx trying to slow things down. Oh, tried for the head and arm choke. Did get to the top. Almost made a mistake there. Steps to mount. What an incredible start here.
Oh,
Bella
arm.
Inc.
Nice strikes to the midsection.
Hexx moving underneath, trying to
I'm
stop
telling
this
you.
onslaught. Inc. rolls out to the side there. Looks like she tried to grab the neck as she went. Quick break there to.
All right, tell me I'm wrong, right? Like, this is freaking amazing.
Right. I mean, it starts off hot, and then we just get right into it. Just like I said, this was.
Flurry of activity.
Well, you know, when you're Bella Inc., you got to make a great first impression. This is the debut at the Booty Camp, the inaugural Booty Camp, where we see new fighters, and what a way to do it.
Section, nice kick.
But there is a magic that's happening.
Yeah.
There's something. There's like.
Oh,
Now
Jolene
it's
getting
Hexx
him out.
in mount. Oh, big
this is
shot to the
payback.
top.
Nice shots to the stomach. It's getting a little payback for that first flurry that she got.
Absolutely, a firm out there in place. See, Inc. does get the sweep to the top now, though. Back and forth we go.
Damn right. Damn right.
Hexx kicks away,
You
but
kidding me?
can't quite get back to her feet.
I mean, are you kidding me?
Inc. here punching away from her opponent's guard. What an incredible start for the newcomer. This is what the Booty Camp is all about. Wait, calling a restart here?
A little wardrobe. I was going to say the action still worked for me.
Well, that's the LFC way, isn't it?
It's safety first, folks. You gotta be safe.
Conversation between the two. Oh, wow. You starting from a similar position there, I guess? Mount there.
Arm, nice reversal.
Beautiful
Gets
sweep to the
position.
top. Back and forth again. The action continues. Legs are high on the shoulder, looking for a potential triangle choke there from underneath.
Well, Jolene's really got to watch that arm. She's in a bad position. She really needs to get her head out of there.
Hexx doing her best to
Good
punch
job
away,
getting
breaks
out.
the grip, backs away.
Thank you.
Strikes here on the feet again. It's been nonstop action since this fight began. Brutal
Job
pace
working the
here.
midsection, trading blows in the midsection. Nice knee to the head.
Big knees here to close. Final seconds of this opening round.
I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack
Boxing
before this
inside
show is
their
over.
knees, and that is the first. Wow. Well, listen, impressive stuff there from Bella Ing. Now, Jolene Hexx was able to turn things around at the end. But the newcomer impressive.
still holds up.
Debut.
Like,
Yeah, you see what I'm talking about.
Enough to get
You
the
see
first
what I'm
round.
talking about.
I think so. It's hard to not think so. She had a lot of good strikes there. Really controlled the action there.
All right, well,
Nice souvenirs
after
for
the
crowd.
wardrobe malfunctions were causing a couple of restarts, Jolene Hexx decided to just get rid of that piece of clothing.
Hey, can't argue with it.
I don't know if that's allowed or not, but I definitely would argue.
Yeah.
Of course, it's
Good to see
allowed.
Coach
Allowed
Santos
right now.
back in there after that tussle that took place earlier.
Wow, our ring guy is really getting into it.
With action like what's happening today, how can you not? How can you not be excited and really want to put on a good performance like these ladies have here tonight?
Exploitation.
Exactly.
Love it.
The narrators know exactly what's
All
going
right,
on.
that was a heck of an opening round here, though. I think Ing did enough to take that round. I thought
I agree.
I thought Hexx did a great job at the end of reversing things. I think she might have gained some momentum. So I think. Wow, tensions are getting high in here.
You really are.
Damn right.
A cool venue here at the Nerd, and the crowd right on top of the action.
Not every LFC fight has this, Michael.
All
I know, man.
I'm telling you now. But here we go. This is here we go. More.
Just calling for
more
action.
awesomeness.
Oh! Wow. Hexx was ready to rip her off that cage.
Boom.
All right, here we go. Round 2 underway. Jolene, the Valkyrie Hexx in the green. Bella Ing in the black.
Nice strikes to the side.
Quick start on the
head.
head. Controlling the head there as he set a little snap down there. Rolled over, straight to side control. Beautiful move there.
Very nice. Oh, controlling the arm. I thought she was going for a crucifix at first, but she just used it to secure the mount position.
Mount instead.
Oh. Spreading the legs out. She really.
I'm out of words.
It's like she wants to just stare in her eyes and intimidate her.
Oh, stepping over the arm there. This could be trouble. Oh, squeezing the leg there. Inverted triangle as well. Wow. Hexx is enjoying it, telling her to kiss her
Kiss
ass.
the ass.
Wow.
Is there a bite?
Adding injury to insult there. I mean, there's definitely some pressure on that inverted triangle. You've got to think this could potentially be a submission, but Hexx just looking at it as an opportunity to kind of
That is a tough
make
position
fun
to
of her
get out
opponent. Trash talking as she looks for the submission.
That is
Bella
tight.
Ing is in a bad spot here. She's bucking, rolling, trying to do anything. That arm is stuck in there.
It's got to be so tiring to be in that position. Oh, working the midsection. Nice elbow.
There's the tap.
There's the tap.
Just couldn't take it any longer. Wow. And the
And
trash
with
talk
the
as well.
finger.
Well, credit to Bella Ing because I thought she put on a heck of a performance in here, but Hexx got to that position, that inverted triangle, and there was just a ton of pressure in there. And Ing finally had to tap it. She fought as long as she could. I think that's an incredible debut against the reigning European champion.
Excellent, Ladoy. We know there's history there.
Oh, wow.
The grabbing.
Don't let him go at it. Oh, I got break it up, break it up, break it up, break it up. Wow, tensions have been high tonight in the LFC cage. Wow.
Lots of action in the cage and out of the cage
It's
here at the
happening
Nerd Bar.
everywhere. You never know where it's coming from. All right, let's take it up and get the official result. Official call.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute and 35 seconds of round number 2, referee Sean Hackett has called a stop to the action due to tap out by submission for your winner, Jolene the Valkyrie Hexx. Folks, I'm standing by with Jolene Hexx. Jolene, you came in as the European champ You got a win here in the second round as Jolene goes to grab her championship title. In a few words, Jolene, if you'll step in for an interview, please.
Trying to get a belt.
No, she'll do what she wants to.
Yeah, just do whatever.
Jolene, it's worth talking about that your video on LFC's YouTube is the most watched video at LFC at over 4.5 million views. How has that been transitioning into a viral star here in the LFC?
I'm not complaining. I thought it was pretty awesome. So maybe.
Yes, and tonight you came in the European champ. You got a decisive victory. She tapped out. Your ground and pound looked fantastic. Your grappling skills on the canvas looked really good. How does it feel to walk out of victory tonight?
As always, really, really, really good.
I noticed that you're actually making eye contact with someone cage side. I want to know what the story is. You seem to be staring daggers. It seems to be a very long story. Some words between the two of you. What's going on here with the lady here cage side?
It's just underexcited passion.
Can you tell me my name? Sexual
Andrea, the storm, flat toy. I beat her.
You beat the storm, and there seems to be some anger between the two of you.
Three times. No, she loves it. She loves it.
Well, there it is. Your European champions, Jolene Hexx.
All right, Jolene Hexx picks up the victory. Looks impressive doing it. But Bella Inc. did impress in her debut. I know we'll see more of her in the LSC cage.
All righty, and that was Jolene Hexx versus Bella Inc. from LFC 26 Booty Camp. I said it during the show, our reactions and our reflection on our voices and our faces. Tommy, that still holds up 6 years later, dude. Oh, I think this is the
I'm a man of many words unless I run out of words.
I will say this, watching this back, it definitely has shown that Bella Inc. has come a long way in her NLFC debut to where she is now as the champ. Has become really much a mainstay for LFC. And when you think of Jolene Hexx during this time, like we saw there, the little interactions with Andrea the Storm Vlador and their feud, Jolene put
Which
that.
I judged next to her, too. She's really cool.
Yes, at LFC 35. Go back and watch that. Tommy and his, spontaneity, and Andrea the Storm Vladoy and the one and only Onyx from Wow Women of Wrestling. But man, that's the thing too. I look at it like this. Bella came out the gate with that kick. Jolene got her with the submissions. She focused on the ground game, but Bella held her own. I noticed that the triangle choke was there as well, very reminiscent to what we saw at LFC 30 later on with Allie Baby Doll Parks and the twerkage, but minus the twerkage in this one. Like, this had a lot of great elements to it, dude.
Michael, you can dissect this and add all the little sports acronyms that you need to make it an actual. But here's what it is, and the fans know it, and all of you fans that know it, stand by me on this. Two amazingly hot chicks fighting in some of the hottest action you've ever fucking seen, and that's as simple as it is. Oh, the flying kick and the fucking this and that, it doesn't matter. I know it matters to the fighters, and I know it's going to make me seem. But no, this is what magnetized me and drew me into the LFC initially. It's just, and here's what it is. Not everybody has ultra chemistry, right?
Yep.
You can have fighters that don't have any chemistry, and you can tell within the first 30 seconds of a match what those ones are. And then there's ones that have chemistry, and you're drawn into the fight, and it's really entertaining. It's a good show. There are few that have the ultra chemistry, but you saw it there, and that's, I did that. And again, here's where I run out of shit to say.
No, and first of all, this is why I'm glad we're doing this, because I know him, folks, and because he's my dude. I know how much he loves this bout, and I know how much he loves these women, as do I, and as do all of us love us some Bella Inc. and Jolene. Tommy, I'm going to put this into fruition, dude. She has 2 victories over her, that being Jolene. I would love to see a third one, this time with Bella as the LFC champion. Let's go for the trifecta, baby.
I want to see it in person. Finally. I've been this close, that's on my bucket list. But either way, that has to happen. Sean knows this. Sean, you know this. Sean.
Come on.
Make it happen.
Make it happen. And I will say this, the only other thing I will add to this, besides the fact that, first of all, Bella's lingerie and Jolene's lingerie, the green and the black attack to put it to the forefront. She had the top hat too.
Incredible. Yeah, there's no again, I'm usually a man of many words, but when you asked me to do these shows, I was like, I'm gonna run out of shit to say because I always wind up just sounding stupid when it comes to these two. And it's just, I know, fanboy, whatever. And you can say, well, what about this one? And what about this one? And there's many amazing ladies attached to the LFC. You ladies know who you are. But, you know, ...
There is an aura between these two, and it absolutely is. It's from their personality, from everything that they do. I think everything that they put in with their work ethic and just their real deal sex appeal vibes that both Bella and Jolene possess, it certainly does come across. And this is probably one of my favorite bouts that we have got to watch. And I cannot wait for the next one that we're going to watch because, guys, when you think of Booty Camp, you think of Bella Inc. and you think of so many new fighters that come in. Booty Camp is such an amazing event because one of the other bouts that we're going to be watching back and watching along to is a friend of ours by the name of Angelica the Italian Knockout Cole as she takes on Andre Shakti in her LFC debut because that's coming upon its 3-year anniversary. So Angelica, we love you and we will be watching that back on a future edition of the LFC podcast. Watch along with this son. I'm going to hear Tommy Bell talk about
3 years.
3 years, dude. 2022. I know, right?
Oh shit, dude. Okay. Yeah.
I know it goes by so fast, but we made a lot of moments and memories here in LFC. But we did mention earlier at the show, as you guys, like I mentioned, we'll see Tommy's drawings and Tommy gushing over Bella Inc. and Jolene. Well, he's going to gush over him even more because in part 2, we are going to be watching LFC 33. Rev it up! From the great Sturgis, South Dakota, as the rematch takes place between Jolene, the Valkyrie Hexx, and Bella Inc., which Tommy also incorporated in his drawings. We're revving it up, Tommy. We're revving it up in the next one.
Fucking crazy. And I think Rev It Up, that's up there.
Yes, it is. As you can see in Tommy's little case there on his side on the wall, the Rev It Up poster, man. We are going to reminisce on some Sturgis and some more drawings. But Tommy, I know this was a short one just because of your thing, but we make the most of our time. And I love having you doing this, man. And I love having every one of the fans and the personnel come on, talking some LFC, doing some watch-alongs. This has become a great fixture and feature of this fine program. So Tommy Bell, before we close this out, I got to congratulate you first and foremost because shout out to our girl, Jeannie Basson, Hollywood, man. Hooray for Hollywood. You're featured. Your drawings featured of the Mummy in the book. Congrats, man. I have a copy, and I can't wait to read some more of the book. It's really good if you guys have not checked it out yet or pick it up.
Well, my heart absolutely goes out to Hollywood for taking her spotlight and making me a part of that, sharing her spotlight with me. It was a fun, the Mummy was a fun project. The book was really great. And she's really awesome and amazing. And that was a highlight of this year already, you know, having that in there. I think every artist wants to strive to have their artwork, someone put it in something, especially, and it must have really had a nice impact on her, you know, wanting to make it a full page in her memoirs. You know, she goes on about how special that is for her, and I'm like, you just made it extra special for me. So Hollywood, you know,
we love you, Hollywood, and we cannot wait to see more on the Hollywood side of things. As you know, Tommy Bell, as the song goes, Hollywood swinging. We're going to be swinging on to another edition of the LFC pod. And
that's
more
my theme song.
Hollywood swinging. The LFC podcast and more sketchy and funny is coming. Guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in. I appreciate you as well coming on, you gushing son of a bitch, over this fight. We're going to be gushing some more in our part 2. I can't wait to watch back LFC 33 with you and take your picture. So, Tommy Bell, where can we follow you on the socials? The floor is yours, my friend. Go ahead.
Okay, you can find me on Facebook at Tommy Bell. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter, Tommy Bell Art. And you can't find me anywhere else because those are the only 3 platforms I can think of. But Mr. Michael Larkin does a really good job of tagging those things down in the description. So make sure you check those out and all that good stuff. I mean, it's a great time. It's always good to be a part of as the LFC resident artist now, as I saw on the website. I adopt the new title. I love it. I love it. And it's just great to be a part of this amazing family. And, you know, it's always a good time. So appreciate being on the show. I've been hiding out for a little bit, everybody knows, but I'm climbing out of the cave. Once again, here we go. Let's rock and roll.
Happy to see you back, man, and I cannot wait for these future drawings and more sketchy and funnies, which you guys can check out on the official VIP section of the LFC website. That is lfcfights.com, and you can check out Tommy Bell Art Sketchy and Funny on the Tommy Bell Art YouTube page and Tommy Bell Art on the Spotify if you want to get your audio/video goodness on. And if you want to check out this fine program, it's lfcfights.com. Once again, VIP section. And like you did the description, I'm going to talk about the section. So we can also check me out at Showwater FCL92 on the Twitter. And you can check me out, Larkin_92. I'm Larkin MB on Instagram. And subscribe on my YouTube channel, S&M Network Shows, for all things Steve and Mike and the LFC podcast and all my fine shows, including this fine projecto that is the LFC podcast, Beauty, Strength, and Dominance. So for Tommy Bell, the utter markdom and the utter fanboy and his just gushiness coming out of his very soul, my name is Mike Larkin, and this concludes another watch-along edition of Beauty, Strength, and Dominance. And Tommy Bell, I appreciate you. Stop drooling. We're going to come back for part 2, but not of our confessions.
All right. I'll pull myself together.
We'll see you guys in part 2 coming very soon. Good night, everybody.
Good night.